does reflect like the opinions of society, the entire society, which means like everybody's included. And, like I still satisfy her like necessary like burden for morality, but like she doesn't satisfy like any of the burdens for morality that I indicate in the 1AC, i.e. like the is-ought fallacy or the creating obligations, which means you still prefer my framework over her framework because I satisfy those conditions while like she doesn't, and like the NC is the NC like satisfies the AC like better like shades the standard I read originally in the first speech better than she did, because like the AC is specifically addresses like the aims of universities, and you extend like all the reasons why I said like the Constitution comes first, because the resolution actors are public colleges and universities by the very nature of being a public university, and public university they're compelled to follow like the Constitution, and the educational like arguments that she makes, and that's her only offense under like the standard, but like she doesn't win that education is constituted. Like the original argument is that like their civic spaces, and like civic spaces create education. That's like one of the impacts of having a university. That's not the constitutive aim of a university. Like their civic spaces, they're not meant to be education.
I entered 25 and 26. No, we're just different people, you know?
I'll do 10 or 15.
I actually tried to enter.
No, I'm in this room.
You are?
Yeah, just got to. Heaven.
Oh, you can't hit with 10.
You're trying to out.
Yeah, I tried to give
Outscore
a 5 and a 6. I think it was outside of the range.
Oh, 25 to 30.
Yeah, I know, very generous.
I'll give it 25 and a 30.
Wait, are you sure you're in this room? Because I have a text saying I'm judging in this room and you're not in here.
Yeah, maybe I'm one room over then. Which room were you supposed to be in? I think even Scott for it.
Alright.
So we're the very Scott too.
That's pretty close.
Classic Connor.
Congratulations, both of you, for getting to depths of CPS. It is a 3-0 for the negative. My decision was pretty simple in the way that I saw it. I think that she is winning theory, because I think she's the only one with offense on theory. I think she's also making some good reasons to prefer her interpretation over your interpretation, or like in terms of reasons to reject an interpretation, as well as winning offensive arguments on the standards level. All of the arguments you're making are defensive. So I think I looked at her framework, and then she's doing with offense, and she's doing a lot of non-swing about why I prefer it. So that's why I voted that way.
Yeah, similar, if not identical. There's obviously offense on theory. That means I don't. That doesn't mean I think. I think that you got a little confused on whether theory was a drop the debate or a drop the argument question.
Yeah.
In the 2N, which I was sitting here, you're like, theory, that's the end of the
That's
the
why
debate.
I was like, you can't vote on theory.
And I was like, okay. And then I was sitting there, I'm like, she better extend that structural violence framework. Like, that's going to be important. But anyway, yeah, there's offense on theory. I can't evaluate your framework. She extends the structural violence framework. She's the only one with offense to it. And so that's the decision.
Yeah, pretty much more of the same. terms of the line by line on the theory debate, I thought that the most obvious thing that the negative was winning is that, that this particular framework that you picked unnecessarily narrowed the topic, and that there's other stuff out there that this one would be good. That's a disadvantage to the counter-interp because your counter-interp allows you to pick this. So yeah, I think that stuff's not, even if you do solve for the stuff that you claim to solve for in the 2AR, you're not solving for that particular standard, and given that there's no independent offense to the counter-interp, that's better. This is one of those situations where maybe like spending a little bit more time thinking about what the counter-interp is going to be, it would be useful, because I think that the counter-interp you ended up picking is worse than just straight up defending like the violation essentially. So I think in that sense, it didn't really help, or at the very least just say something like that preserving like the app's ability to choose a framework is a fundamental strategic feature that makes it possible to affirm, and that would be too easy for the negative otherwise. Just a nice little piece of offense to the counter-interp would be good. And yeah, I'll echo the same thing about the theory was drop the arg. It could have. I honestly don't know what I would have done if you hadn't gone for the framework, because because then his framework is gone, but there is no other framework, and I don't know. I guess I would be trying to sift through who made the last presumption argument. Yeah.
Well, and see, that's what had she not extended the structural violence framework, that would have been my 2AR, is extending a presumption spike.
Yeah. But then it's interesting if there's presumption in the 1AC and the 1NC, but not in the 1AR,
Yeah.
but then again in the 2AR. Do you go to the NC one, or can it come back in the 2AR? I don't know. It would have been real confusing.
Yeah,
So.
it would have been